Do we have some new skins over here? Machine Herald Victor. Hey, looks like the original Victor. The splash art looking cool, looking good. Arcana Aurora. Honestly, I think this looks amazing. I think the skin line suits her. I think she has a kind of bad skin right now, like the Winter Aurora is kind of whatever. Obviously she's new champ, she doesn't have many skins. I think this is good. Like this is just fits the champion. Arcana Cartus. That looks good too. That looks good too. I think the Aurora one still a bit of a winner, but this looks good too. Arcana Zilan? What the fuck? Riot is giving Zilan a new skin? And it's Arcana, one of my favorite skin lines? I guess we're gonna have to pick that at EMEA Masters if it's gonna be available. Damn. I'm kind of skeptical of this one though, looking a little bit too similar to Blood Moon. But also like, Zilan has such an old ugly model. How do you even make a skin look good on him? You know what I mean? Wasn't Zilan one of the champions that had like, it's been like 1,000 days since the last time he got a skin or something, wasn't it? Alright, Arcana Skins honest rating. This, what I'm about to say is objectively 100% the correct take, whatever I say. Arcana Skins, are they gonna be good in game? Praying they're gonna be good. So the base model looks identical to Winter Blast, just a bit of a different color. So the base model does not look very good, in my opinion. But at the same time, I mean, it's Zilan, he has a 2009 model. The bomb, however, looks really good. But what can you even put on Zilan? Like, the only animation that you can do is the bomb. The W and E and R are like whatever. I mean, the R... The recall. The recall is good. Okay. So we have Aurora. That looks alright. That looks alright. I don't mind it. They're both okay. Cartus. Is the Q pay to lose? Is it more visible than others? I think the Cartus skin is the worst one. That's my take. This is the worst skin out of the three. The ult is cool, but everything else is like whatever. Oh my god, I'm about to adjust the allegations. Chat, I'm about to adjust the allegations. I'm gonna have to watch this. Oh no, let's just watch it and then I'll never have to speak about this again. Oh no. And Showmaker. And Showmaker. No, sorry, I messed up.
Wait, so whilst he's answering, I look or.
Do you know how to use my ult?
I press R.
And then you cancel it.
No, what?
I don't do that.
Really?
No.
We'll see. It's hard. Trust me. It's a very mechanical ability.
Oh my god, yes!
Why does no one play me in competitive, and what could Riot do to buff me?
I think it's probably never happening because the kit of Massacre is very low elo skewed and I think it has too much counterplay in competitive settings. So I think without a rework, Massacre is probably never seen competitive play.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Why do so many people pick me in competitive? Do you think I need a buff or a nerf?
I think it's because of personality. Ari has really good personality.
Yay.
What is the most exciting part of my gameplay?
For me, it's pressing W while you have E on the wave and then you just kill the wave and it's like really fast and really smooth and you get mana back.
Who's the most iconic Ahri player of all time?
For me, it's between Faker and Chovy. Faker because it's like he's known for Ahri, and Chovy because lately he's been inspiring me to also play his skin and I think his play is really good. I just got some permanent brain damage. You know which item I wish was better? Wits. Like, it was one of my favorite items back in the day, but it's just so trash these days. You never buy it. I really like the versions of Wits where, for example, you were under 50% health and the item gave you healing. I remember vividly, it was 2019, And I played Yasuo back then. It was so fun. Let me try to find it. I have 7 games on Yasuo? Hey, how do I have 7 games on this champion? Wait, 3 losses in a row? Wait, bro, how did I lose on this champ? Bro, I've come afar from this player. I've come far as a player, right? Because like, I look at this right now. I can see why we lost this game, right? It was obviously like the Trundle Yasuo meta, so everyone was like trying to play Trundle Yasuo because it was mega fun. But you look at enemy team comp, this is like an anti-Yasuo team comp, bro. Like, they even have a fucking Alistar? Oh, it was funnel meta. It's Xayah with Smite and Alistar. That's why Xayah is like 15-0, because obviously like she got accelerated and then was just 1v9 into the Steam comp, right? So that was one game. What was this game? Another Yasuo fucking Trundle. And again, look at enemy team comp. I drafted Yasuo into this Nemesis. Did I have any brain back then? Mundo Sejuani fucking Swain, Mord and Tom. It's unplayable. What was I thinking? I mean, the Morgana pick makes it like a little bit better because of the special, but still. It's unplayable. Double BF? No, this was good. Double BF was good. I don't remember exactly why it was good, but it was the correct thing to do back then. So this was the game I wanted to talk about. This was the Wits and Yasuo meta. I had this... Okay, listen to this one. I had this crazy setup back then. It was 2019. And I was like the only player with this like crazy ass setup on Yasuo. And every time I played it in solo queue, it felt so strong. Like I legit thought this was like the real setup on Yasuo. And like the trick was you went like kind of like a scaling build and scaling room page. And if you survive early game, you're OP as fuck. And it was crazy to me that we lost this game. Like this was a game where I never thought we would lose. Like just in draft and everything. I thought my champ would be completely unkillable this game. And I think, if I remember correctly, like Yonkers had like a crucial Baron steal and stuff this game. This game, I think we were winning the entire game. Like, we were so hot, we should have won this game. Like, we fucked up badly. And I guess it was also Yumi, right? Like, I guess back then we didn't understand the proper strength of Yumi. So the build was, I went 2D blades for like sustain to survive early game. And then I went Wits and first item into Akali, which completely fucked Akali. Not only did it make you out to win this matchup with Yasuo, but also the item was just back then really good, and it was really good this game as well. Like, they were mostly AP champs. And then I guess it's PD second, because you valued Moon Spit and stuff, in crit, and then Infinity third, and then like fourth, I guess you went like BT and stuff. But I didn't get to that point. And then the setup was you went Exhaust, because your build was a lot about sustained fighting. So you went Exhaust instead of Ignite, so you were you were able to just use Exhaust really well. And also, the play in this meta was, you did 3 waves, and third wave was Cannon, and you also had really good Cannon wave push. So you did 3 waves, and then you reset on third wave, and you did Cheater Vehicle with double Doran, and it made you it made you not able to lose lane, and I did it this game. I executed everything. I didn't understand how we lost this game. And also in the runes, I had like completely different setup, because you went double lifesteal items, double attack speed items. You went Bloodline, not Alacrity. And Conqueror back then was like, obviously Lethal Tempo was not in the game, I think. You had to pick Conqueror. And Last Stand. So Last Stand was like a little bit of a flip rune, because either you got a lot of value on it, or you didn't get value at all. Because back then cooldown didn't really exist. You only could really play Last Stand. Because the build had insane sustain, the lower you went, the more you healed because of Widzent. You had moments where you, basically with this build, you would be able to just leave on 100 HP. Like, you were like an Olaf, basically. And then Domination, because Domination was like the hardest scaling tree. I think, yeah, this is not Treasure Hunter, it's Ravenous Hunter, yeah. I played Ravenous Hunter, because back then, Ravenous Hunter was mega OP. And it worked on EQ and stuff on Yasuo, and then you had like mega lifesteal in this build. So this build, you had mega DPS, mega lifesteal, you were able to bait people out with Exhaust. You had mega scaling with this build. The weakness was only like maybe early game, because you didn't have like Alacrity and stuff. I was thinking about this yesterday. If you zoom out in the big picture and you look at this League of Legends content creator space, I don't think there's a lot of people being innovative or doing something better than the other. A lot of League content creation is just copy-paste, and a lot of people are doing very similar content, which is fine, right? Because if it works, it works. But the point I'm trying to lead to is that I honestly think it's so easy. Start from zero and become like a relatively big creator in this scene. Obviously, this topic is not really catered towards you guys, because you guys are just the viewers, and probably most of you guys are not trying to make a career out of League, right? But I'm just thinking about like the other people that joined the space in the last 2 to 3 years. Like, I feel like there isn't like a lot of new streamers that pop off in League. Like a lot of these streamers that that you see in League are streamers that have been playing the game for many, many years. Now, of course, from time to time it happens that someone new pops up, but it kinda feels like it's the same as LEC pros or whatever, where there's not a lot of like real talent that comes into the league every year. Like a lot of roster changes happen and a lot of players come in every year, but most of them kind of suck and they usually get replaced after a year. And only a few from every year stick out and actually, you know, become like good players over time or whatever. And I kind of feel like it's the same for content creation in League. People just don't think about minimalistic stuff like, and this is not just content creation, this is also pro players. Just an example, having a really good ID is very important. And people just don't realize that. This is something that I mean, I could be coping, I could be overthinking, but it's something that I've started noticing. I just feel like this young generation chooses the most horrible IDs everywhere. I look at like some of the biggest Twitch streamers out there and they just have such horrible names. I look at like some of the current League pros or up and coming League pros, like some of the IDs make absolutely no sense. And it is so important to have a good name. Most of these content creators that grow in League are usually like OTPs that are at least master elo. Like it's very like standard package, right? They're at least master, they're OTPs, and they usually make a name by themselves where they maybe like climb to challenger, they put like Twitch TV in their fucking summoner name, and then they get like 100 to 300 viewers, which is like a lot for Twitch standards. That's you're already being a pretty good big shimmer at that point, right? So for example, choosing what champion you want trick is kind of important. If you are a Yasuo OTP, your chances of like just succeeding in many different areas is so much bigger than if you're an Nivea OTP or a Zilean OTP. Like that's just reality. Now, something that people don't think about is that melee champions, like if you OTP a melee champion, it is insanely easier to make content for than if you OTP a range champion. And this is because of like shorts format, where in shorts, because League is so zoomed out, you have to kind of zoom into the character, right? But if you're a melee character, you are always making the fight is always the center of the screen because you're a melee character. Like imagine you main Rengar. Rengar ults and then he jumps into someone. He's always fighting next to a champion, so your champion is always at the center of the screen. So it's infinitely easier to make like short content for it, for example, than if you play like fucking Azir and Hui and you're like, you have to perma move camera left and right and you have to like do control in team fights and stuff like that. There's also other side of like which champions you choose, which is like, you have to think about like, is there a content creator that already does this, right? Because like it is probably not good to be a Sion OTP because people like Baus is the Sion guy, right? You need to kind of do something that other people don't do.